In this video we're going to look at another way of forming your paraboloid. This time we're going to make that umbrella shape that many of you want to use to make your parabola. I'm going to show you how you can make that simply. We're not going to take an umbrella, but we are going to use the idea of having sections that make up our paraboloid. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is go to our graphing program here. I've got it set up, if you can have a look at that one. This is the, by the way, it's called program on the Mac. It's called Grapher and it comes free with every Mac computer. I am going to put on our paraboloid. Here it is. The equations that I'm going to use are already set in here. I've moved it down a little bit so that you can see mathematically these points where the axes intersect the parabola are where we're really actually going to make that parabola and sit below the axis, and the origin is where the focus is going to be, and that is the point where we're going to put our food. So if I want to support this parabola from underneath, one thing I can do, if I put in this plane here, it's x equals 0, I can construct, now you can see this is the entire plane, but where it intersects with the parabola, if I was to cut this shape into my cardboard and put it underneath, that would support the parabola from underneath. So I can have one here aligned with the x-axis. This might actually be two half parabolas that I make. I can also put one aligned with the y-axis, so we've got this cross, and I can put a few others that radiate out as well. I'm going to have a total of 4 different directions for a total of 8 little mini half parabolas, and I'm going to radiate those out to support my parabola. From underneath you can see how it would look to actually construct this. From the top it's a little bit difficult because we would really be cutting these pieces out and throwing them away, but if I align it perfectly down the axis you can see that parabolic bowl shape. Some of you are also going to make it in a circular form, so I'm just going to put on this equation here. This is x squared plus y squared equals 30 squared. This would be a 30 centimeter radius, so everything inside of this red cylinder would be what we're actually going to construct. You don't actually need to construct the cylinder, but you might want to on the outside there to kind of support everything around there, or it might be just an easy way to kind of put straight pieces across. So from underneath, this is pretty much what your construction might look like. From above, well, a lot of this would not be there, but again, if I do this, you can kind of see that inside the cylinder, that parabolic bowl is what we're going to have covered in the mylar. Okay, let's have a quick look at what the math looks like. So we have our equation. Our original equation is y equals 0.017 x squared, and we had it minus 15. It's up to you whether you put anything on there. This is the important part of it because this is going to give us our shape, and what you might actually want to do is maybe add 20 to that, and I'll show you what that would do. That would give you an edge here that would be 20 centimeters high, and the parabola would come out and rise up over here, and this would be the shape that we are making. It would be, it's a 30 centimeter radius, so this edge here would be 30 centimeters. Let's put these units in here. We said that the height of it, it's not exactly to scale, would be 15 point, was it 6 I think? I forget exactly, or was it 0.3? We might need to refer back to that one, but if for example it's 15.6, that would mean that this entire height here would be 35.6 centimeters, and we would arrange them in such a way so that they all radiated out of a central point, and I don't know how easy it's going to be to draw these, but they're all going to kind of come together like this. So this one might come out here and kind of go down like this. Kind of hard to draw it. That one might go up there. This one would come in down here. We'd have another one on this side that might come in like that, and we'd have several of these kind of all radiating out from the central point here And inside, it's kind of bad to see, inside this area here might be where we put our parabolic bowl. We could form that from cutting triangular pieces of mylar and simply laying them in there. Obviously this would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections all the way around. 6 would probably be too many, but you might want to do 12. And if you had 12 sections, you could probably arrange them to give you a quite convincing and an effective parabolic reflector, and you would just be cutting perhaps times 12 of these sections out of cardboard and arranging them around a circle. So that's probably the simplest way to make your parabolic reflector. I have made a scale model based on yesterday's video, which if you want to have a look at that, I will bring that into school. Just ask me about it. Okay, that's all for now.